Welcome, Scorpio. This is Solomon. I want to welcome you to your April 2017 love and general reading. All right. So we're going to start out with your emotions. So your emotions, this is going to be to start the month, but these lingering energies can go throughout the month. So we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Four of Swords, and we have the King of Wands in reverse. Now, to me, it seems like love is in the air. Like you do have this strong pull towards another person. For some of you, if you are single, the potential to run into someone new is there. You know, that opportunity is there. Also, a new job opportunity, money coming in through your creative avenues, through any kind of creative ideas that may kind of percolate in your mind. And it could be through some kind of ability that you may possess, that you may have, and you could be thinking about this kind of energy and actually capitalizing on it, all right, to bring in more money and stabilize maybe your home environment or your relationship or marriage in some way. But I do feel like for some of you, you are unhappy with another person because they may seem to be a bit more aggressive, or they may be sometimes shallow at times, not giving you attention, not really caring about your emotions, sometimes leaving you stranded in some way. And it could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, a fire sign. It doesn't have to be this way. You know, and for others of you, you're giving off this kind of energy where you may be, dating many different people, not really wanting to commit in a relationship. So this could be coming through on both ways. And it's almost like you have to kind of think about things. You have to reassess, reevaluate. And I feel like there's some kind of waiting that's going on. Because if you do 4, 5, 6, if I add this up, you do get 6 here. And that is about giving and sharing. And I do feel like a lot of you are desiring to really share and give with this person. And it could be some kind of, karmic, past life relationship that you have in connection with this other person that's very strong there. But I feel like, someone is in this connection that you may be having is not really committing or really available to you. Maybe you have a child with this person, and a lot of times they may not want to be in a relationship right now. Maybe they're working on themselves, financially trying to gain some security right now. But I do feel like for a lot of you, if you've been working very hard, that's what it kind of looks like to me. You've been busy working, making sure that you're stable, a bit more confident right now. And then you're needing some rest. You're needing to relax. You're needing to mellow out and regain your strength, all right? And I feel like patience is needed to deal with this person, whoever it may be. It doesn't have to be a fire sign or anyone. And this could be, someone that you're working with. You could be working with your partner, and you may be having ideas that you can combine with them. It could be a home project. It could be working from home, or you're your own boss and manager, and maybe you have some ideas and plans of that nature, but you may be distracted because emotionally, it's a bit taxing, and you could be distracted with your work. This could be a supervisor, a team leader, anything like that. And a lot of you may not feel like you want to kind of get out in the world and lead the charge in some way, because there's a lot of responsibilities and you're just feeling a bit depleted right now. So, those are some energies that could be coming about. And I did want to mention that, some of you could be going to a family reunion of some kind to see a friend. They may pop up in your life. This could be a friendship. Maybe this person is just looking for a friendship, or you're just looking to be friends with this person. And they may be looking for a bit more, in a way. So that can work on either side in some way. And you're just thinking about, what should I do? What should I do with my money? What should I do with my emotions right now? Should I be single, or should I accept this offer of love or opportunity to date this person? Even if you may not trust them right now, and some others may not trust you in some way. That's how I kind of see this going through, and some of you may be hiding something that's possibly personally going on with you. And this could be some deep private things, and you would know what that means to you. So, those are your emotions for the month. All right. So this is very interesting because we have two of the same cards. We have one that's like the other card because that fire sign is there again. So we have the sun, and this is the position of your advice. We have the sun in reverse. Then you have the two of swords there. The four of swords is there again, along with the ace of cups, and then you have the knight of wands. So it does seem to me that there's, some kind of passion. Maybe you are physically linked up with someone that's high intensity when it comes to the sexual attraction. Maybe you are intimate with them right now or desiring to be, and there could be that you are not really connected with them right now because of distance, because of maybe you're working or they're traveling for business or doing something like that. Others of you, that's why that decision is needing to be made. Maybe you feel like this person is only in it for the sexual interaction between you two and nothing more, or someone may be feeling like that about you. So Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer is there, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you could deal with that Leo is there, and this is possibly the person that you are a bit sad about for some of you, and you're possibly needing to make a decision. Do I go back to the past, or do I take up this new opportunity, go out and date, or do I, open up to this person just yet? Maybe some of you are not ready. Maybe you're just wanting to, explore your options in some way right now, or maybe you're feeling like this with the other person. That the other person is waiting on a decision, or waiting to make a decision when it comes to you and another person. Maybe you feel like that, and that's why this Four of Swords is constantly coming up. There's some kind of a stall. You're kind of waiting, and that's why it's like, some of you are needing your advice. A lot of times if we have to move on from someone or something, it's causing us to be a bit sad, a bit depressed about that loss. But it's like, that it's necessary in order for you to get out of what's not comfortable, not happy, because that can be a codependent relationship. If you're staying in it because you don't want to hurt someone, and if you know that you're not happy, then the both of you are not happy. Okay, so eventually you're going to have to do what's best for you and be honest about what that means in your situation. Even if someone is not opening up to you right now, you have to kind of move on and do your own thing, what's going to bring you happiness right now. But you would know the difference from being patient and then having to completely move on from someone. So someone is waiting for something. Someone is waiting for pleasure. Someone is waiting for love. Someone's waiting for a child. Someone is just waiting for something to kind of happen or a decision to be made. But, a lot of times you see the Two of Swords, two different directions, two different scenarios that could come about, but you're thinking about what to do right now. And you don't actually have to decide just yet, but you can think about it as advice. All right. Yeah. So the outcome, this fire sign is showing up again. The Strength card is there as a major arcana, the Nine of Wands. You have the Knight of Wands in reverse. The Three of Swords is there. The Eight of Swords is there. And then you have the Five of Pentacles. So it looks like patience is needed. You have to kind of gain some kind of control over your situation. You could be dealing with that Leo is showing again. Leo there as well. Or Aries or Sagittarius that's showing up. And it's like some of you are, a bit brokenhearted. Maybe this other person is brokenhearted as well because they are dealing with something from their past, and that's why you are a bit defensive, because your intuition is telling you that that's going on with their situation as well, where some of you are dealing with this where you're putting your partner on hold because you're still dealing with some things with marriage or with this other fire sign. It doesn't have to be a fire sign, but it's like you're dealing with two different situations. You have to be a bit patient, a bit more sensitive to the emotions of both parties or whatever it may be, because there could be competing sides or something like that. But it's like you have to follow your heart. The other person has to follow their heart, and you can't continue to restrict yourself because of whatever it may be. Sometimes you may feel like there could be arguments or fights or something like that. Other times there are personal reasons that some of you may be restricting yourself from another person. That's why the Eight of Swords is there, and someone could be literally in jail or not available to kind of contact another person, and these are causing issues of that disconnected energy. People can be in love and someone can be in jail and someone could be kind of waiting on them. That energy is kind of hard to decipher or know how to handle it, because you can really feel alone or isolated or restricted in some way, where that Five of Pentacles is there. Financial loss, not having a job, not being close to one another, feeling a bit alone or abandoned in some way. And that's what I do feel like a lot of you may be feeling like that, or trapped and just trying to find ways to handle this situation. The Strength card does remind me of, the sun in a way, because the energy is being given to you by the universe of sensitivity, of care, of using your persuasive energy to kind of keep volatile situations from actually happening, having control over your own emotions in your situation, not allowing it to kind of boil over. So, I do feel like, if you've been hurt by this fire sign, or whoever person this could be, it's like you want to forgive them because they continue to do it. That Three of Swords is maybe temporary separation, or knowing the truth about this person having hurt you. Or sometimes you could have done something to someone else and that it's hurting them, so now it's hurting you because you realize that your patterns of behavior is not serving anyone in the situation. So you have to relate this to the kind of energies that you could be experiencing and facing. All right. It's almost like someone is possibly protecting someone else from getting into a fight, or whatever secret may be revealed in some way. I kind of see there could be many different people, but I do see three people here. All right, so those are some energies that you could be experiencing. So we do have cards from Doreen Virtue for you. So we have here from Doreen Virtue, very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And then we have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So these are family issues that are possible. If you have issues in marriage with another person in their family, or your partner, you have issues with their siblings, their brothers, or their children, maybe either person on either side doesn't have one, and committing in a relationship could be a bit scary to the other person. There could be some issues, and even through childhood and growing up, you may have experienced some trauma that's been going on. So we're going to relate that to your situation. But the card I want to read for you is very soon. All right, because I feel like that Two of Swords energy is about some of this. And it says, this card asks you, what do you want? And demands very clear and specific answers. Just like putting in your order at a restaurant, the universe has been listening to your thoughts and feelings about your love life and has brought to you what you've asked for. When you complain about what's served to you, it's only because you placed an unclear order. As soon as you are perfectly straightforward about what it is you desire, it comes to you upon the wings of angels in an instant. You drew this card because it's time for you to get clear and honest with yourself and formulate your request with faith and optimism. Trust your feelings and make decisions for yourself about what's best for you. Remember what I was saying about what's best for you, and not necessarily of how sometimes you can really feel down or guilty about how you have to make a decision, but it can hurt another person. But it's always about, your heart and what you feel is best for your happiness at that time. So, it's a hard thing to do, but what this will speak about in your situation in some way. All right. So I hope that message did help you out in some way. If you would like a private reading, you can always come to me via my Facebook page, or you can email me to set up something that will be specific for you. All right. Much love and much light.